Oh yeah, definitely. You already know what I'm about to talk about. That one time I was coming, decided to walk because it was right around the corner from where we stayed at, and I got put over by the police walking.
Oh yeah, I remember that time.
Man, that was crazy. It was just
Crazy.
so racist. It was unbelievable. I mean, I had been working at this house for a couple of weeks, and I never had a problem out of none of the neighbors or anybody else. But one day I decided to walk back to the house because, like I said, it wasn't that far, and they just swooped up on me. I had all my supplies in my hand, and he talking about I was swerving back and forth. I'm like, come on, man. You just making this up as you go. Because you seen a black person walking down the street.
Exactly.
It was cold. I couldn't walk on the sidewalk because it wasn't no sidewalk. Um, I had a hat on, I'm buttoned up. And you just seen somebody walking down the street with black skin and you pulled them over. And then when you realize that it was a female, one, you try to back out of everything you say. When you realize what I was doing, that I had paint supplies in my hand, you like, oh, well, maybe she might be coming from work. So I just thought it was just so sad that you can't even walk down the street in your own neighborhood without getting pulled over just because you look suspicious only because you're black. It don't make no sense. And that was one of the most racist moments of my life right there. And like I said, I had a couple injustices in my day, but that one right there, it was strictly based off of the color of my skin. And it was ridiculous. And if I knew that guy's name, if I remember anything about him, I'll report him.
Oh, I definitely felt like we should have reported him.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, see, you're just doing the soft version. But the reality of it is you're not even explaining to him how cold it was. Well, let's not say it was super cold because it wasn't.
But it was winter,
and it was snowing outside.
Yeah, it was snowing.
So when you say that you're not walking on the sidewalk, what do you mean?
Exactly. First of all, like I said, there's no sidewalk where I was walking at. And if I would have been walking in somebody's yard, I would have been in somebody's yard trespassing. And thank God you pulled up when you did. If you had to put up when you did, probably would have been a lot more issues going on in that situation.
And I didn't want to go ahead and jump in there and say that I came over there to the rescue with the camera. With the camera. But listen, you got to go into detail about that. What happened to you prior to me pulling up?
Man, prior to you pulling up, I'm standing there. He asked me for my ID. He asked me for everything. Where you live at? What's your ID? What's your social security number? You basically wanted my birthplace. Everything. Mama's name, father's name, everything. Thank God you put up when you did because I was starting to get upset myself, and I might have took it to a level it didn't need to be at, but it's just a reaction off of what's happening to me. And it's like, am I not allowed to react to a situation that's happened to me? And if you do react, are you going to pay for it? But they're reacting. You know what I'm saying? It's all reaction off of reaction off of reaction.
And could you imagine if you was this guy, George Floyd? I mean, could the situation even escalated to that point? Because let's not forget, when I pulled up, I thought he was a rookie cop.
Looking to make a name for himself. He definitely was a rookie. He hadn't been on too long. You can see it. Looked like Babyface. Didn't know what was going on. Even though we had been in that community for a little while and everybody else knew us. I'm walking down the street, this person waving, this person waving. I'm talking to this person and they dog. This guy just come out of nowhere. But it really wasn't coming out of nowhere because I had seen him lurking the whole time. And I was just wondering, what was he up to? He's stalking me. He actually was stalking me. He watched me come out of the house with the supplies and everything, waved to the people, and just followed me home, basically. It was absurd.
I think that's just so wrong. And like I said, we're not talking about, oh yeah, I just came from the spot, or oh yeah, man, I had my music too loud, or yeah, no, I'm a black woman walking from work.
That's it.
That
was my crime.
That's all it took.
And like you said, it make you think about the other people and stuff they've been going through. It's just so sad.
It's unbelievable that this is 2020.
And that's our reality.
Okay. We couldn't do this by ourselves. I had to bring in one of our youth guests, Micah. You already know.
Hey guys, I'm back.
I'm glad you're here, Micah. Of course, you know what's going on in the world right now. We don't we don't shield you guys away from the news. We don't give you the whole full throttle on the news.
Right.
But what's going on right now, how everything's going, how do you feel about it?
I feel like it's crazy what's happening in the world right now. I don't know about y'all, but I think it's really crazy.
It's really, really sad, man. It is.
It's something that's so hard to deal with as a parent. So I can only imagine how you got to be going through it as a kid and seeing your peers doing all the protesting and going out and going against these grown officers. Do you feel like you could be one of those people on the front line standing up for black equality?
Yes, I would.
Why?
Because I feel like we should have the right to, have equal rights as white people, too.
Exactly right.
White people, black people, Chinese people, all people,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. And, I mean, like I said, you go around every day, so you got some sense of feeling that, you know, everything is normal, right? But when you see things on the news now, what made you feel like, wait, hold on, it's really not normal. This can't be right.
Because people just dying out the blue.
Oh yeah. And like I said, when you see it's a police officer. Let me say it the right way. But when you see a police officer, it's the person that actually did kill the person that you see on TV or the thing that you hear on the social site. How do it make you feel?
I feel hurt.
Make you feel a little bit scared too.
Yeah.
Now, who do you run to? You know, if you can't run to the police, who do you run to? Now, I have family members that's police officers, and I know police officers. Some of them good, you know, but the ones that's going on right now and the things that you're seeing right now, what made your opinion change so severely about police officers?
Because I feel like as black people, we didn't have the right to do because just because we do something doesn't mean we're doing something bad.
That's true, and they just always assume that we're doing something bad.
Oh yeah, I mean, and you're right about this. They shouldn't always just assume, because they don't do that to white people. They ain't doing that to Chinese people. You know, they ain't doing that to lavender people. Okay, they look at us in a different way, and you know what? Now with you guys growing up, this is going to be your generation that's going to have to do something about it. The one thing, if you had an opportunity just to speak to anybody, I mean, it don't have to be your followers, you know, but if you had something to say to people, what would you like to express to people?
I would express that everybody should be equal and everybody has to come together as one.
Definitely got to come together. That's the only way that we can heal.
I like that. I mean, it's simple. And, well, listen, it sounds simple, but it's going to be hard. Give us a couple steps that we can do. A couple, just small steps, not big things. I ain't donating, okay? I'm not donating. But give me some small steps that you think that we can do just so we can go ahead and extend that olive branch.
Maybe listen to others clearly, hear each other out. Don't just think about your point of view, think about the other's point of view.
I like that.
I do like that too.
You know what? I wish we had more time. Michael, you came over here and killed it, man. You did a good job. I love it. Okay, guys. We got another one of our special guests. Kia 007. She in the house right now.
Hey, guys.
She in the building. Now, listen. You know what's going on right now. You know the State of the Union. What's going on with the protesters and equality and black rights. How do you feel about what's going on right now?
I feel like it's good that everyone's standing up for themselves, getting equal rights like we deserve. But also, there's Corona.
That's true.
Yes! I will agree with that. But, like you said, even with all this pandemic going on, don't that even make it a little bit even more that people are going out there to protest?
Yeah, that means it's really important to them.
Yeah. It got to be real important to them if that's what they're doing right now.
Right.
Now, how do you feel about seeing all type of people out there protesting? Blacks, whites, Spanish, old people, young people. How do you feel about what you're seeing outside?
I feel like it's great that everyone is stopping and looking at what we've been going through and trying to help out.
I agree with you on that. I like that.
I'm glad that people are really starting to recognize what's going on. And what about you? I mean, you're young. Are you really recognizing and understanding what's happening right now?
Yeah, I have been watching the news and stuff lately, so I've been seeing with a little bit what's been going on.
I'm glad that you're getting a chance to really pay attention to what's going on. And are you feeling, do you feel more safer or do you feel less safe?
Actually, after this, I feel more safer because I feel like everyone is recognizing it and trying to change it.
See, that's what we need. We need a lot more of yous out here.
Yeah. People with positivity.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you this. Me, personally, it did change my opinion about law enforcement. You know, it does make me feel a lot less safer, especially with my children starting to get in cars and starting to drive. Now, imagine if you were driving. Would you feel comfortable with the police officer pulling up behind you?
No. I feel like they trying to get me for no reason.
Oh, of course. But would you feel like, would you feel scared? Would you feel upset? Would you be mad? What would the emotion be that's going through your head when they pull behind you?
First, I'd probably be mad because they wasted my time. And then second, I'd be scared. I'd be like, oh no, what is it about to go down?
Yeah, it's a scary situation anytime they pull up behind you.
Oh yeah. But for people this young to be that afraid and not comfortable around police, that's just not okay.
It's really sad, man.
I remember in my generation, we was raised to actually kind of like the police.
Yeah, run to the police when there's a problem. Now it's like run from the police when there's a problem.
Oh yeah, you can't be around them. Now, with you seeing people out there, and I'm talking about young women standing up, protesting, and like we talked in the last segment about them kind of being in the forefront, saying a lot of the speeches and really kind of getting their opportunity to shine. Do you see yourself as being a person that can be an activist?
Yes, I definitely do. It's very inspiring, and I feel like I can help people.
Oh, you feel like you can help people?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm going to give you an opportunity right now. Now, like I told your sister, not to your followers, okay? Not none of that. But if you had an opportunity to say something to somebody, to provoke change, of course, not just say whatever you want.
Right.
Yeah.
What would it be that you had to say to them?
I would probably be like, stop, look at what you're doing and seeing like how it's affecting everyone. You know, everyone's coming outside now. Like everyone is scared of the police now. So I feel like we need to all come together and talk about it, think it through because something's not right.
I like that.
I like that too. This has been an excellent episode. I'm happy to share some of my personal experiences with you and some of the experiences of my family members with you.
I'm definitely glad that I got a chance to get on this podcast. It was more political than I like to do. But when we got causes like this that, come up, I feel like I'm obligated. And I feel like since I do have a voice now, I should express it in positive light and say things that I really want people to believe about me. I may not act on them all the time, but I can at least give people words of wisdom and try to be that positive influence. And I think just hearing my wife, my children, I think I have been a positive influence. I think everybody has, opinion. But for the most part, I can tell that people are involved in this world and they know what's going on. And when you got a person that's knowledgeable, that's the most dangerous weapon you can have. And I think listening to my daughters, I can tell that they understand. They truly understand what's going on.
Right.
And I can hear you, and I can hear the pain in your voice when you're talking about certain subjects. And I'm next to you when you're reading the articles. If it's Trayvon Martin to Tamir Rice to a host of millions and thousands of people. I mean, we're not even talking about the people before the police came.
Right.
So I mean, I think what people are doing right now, the protests and the rallies, and once again I gotta say the online petitions. I mean, social media is playing a big part in what's going on right now, and I just want to tell everybody, listen, you have my total support, and I'm glad that I get a chance to shine my light this way.
Hmm. Now, if you want to donate to some different causes dealing with the riots and Black Lives Matters and everything, you can go to Google, type in victim memorial funds, and you can find the person that you're looking for, the family that you're looking for. They got the George Floyd Memorial Fund. They got Justice for Breonna Taylor. They got the Iran Fund. They got a lot of different ones. And if you know somebody who's been arrested because they were protesting or rioting, you can donate to them too. They got the Bail Project. They got the National Bailout. They have several different programs.
And those are really good programs, like I said. You know, they're programs that you can actually 100%, help a person out. When you said the bailout fund, that's something that people really need to go ahead and look up. And like I said, you don't have to pay a whole person's bill. You can just donate. You can put $5 on their bill, on a bond or whatever. So, like I said, these are excellent different programs that you can go and check out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. I was gonna stop it there.
Nope.
But like I said, man, it's 1,000 different funds and it's 1,000 different ways that you can go ahead and participate, even if you're not on the front lines. So before I get out of here, let me go ahead and give you guys a couple more that you can go ahead and check out when you searching the web.
Yeah, they got the Blue Racism and Police Brutality Funds. So you can go in there and donate to people that has experienced racism or brutality due to police officers. You can go to...
It's 1,000 different ones,
man. It's just so many. If you go and you type in donations for... Like I said, I don't want to just name this cause Black Lives Matter cause because all lives matters, but just Google it. It's going to be a billion come up.
And before we leave, I do want to say this. Trayvon Martin was over 8 years ago, and we're still going through this today.
Yeah.
Just think on that. Think on that before you go ahead and open up your wallet. Hell, even your stimulus check. Go ahead and think about how you can affect change, and if you want to affect change, affect it in the best way, and that's a positive way, and that's us, Blackohioans.
You stink. Your hair stink. What about your clothes? Your feet stink. You don't take a shower. Your breath stink. Get some toothpaste and a toothbrush.
Give her that beat.
Your hair look crazy. You have dreadlocks in your hair for too long. You need to chop those down. Your breath stink. Every time I go around you, my mouth melts. You need to dress better. You need to wash yourself better. Because I smell you. You need to clean up your room better. You suck. You suck at sports. You're not faster than me, and you're slow. And you got no trophies.
Killed it. Oh, killed it.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. This has been part 2, Our Voices, Our Reality.